The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Undercrouch. 61. Matchbox. Light.
They will start this drive with Ford. Pushing his way through. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Check 99. He's checking. One. Bravo. Watch the slant.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. Gates with a grab. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Ford. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 29, Mariota. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
54.
They'll run on first down. It's Ford, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. On 2nd down, it's Ford. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third and short yardage. Mariota finds his target. It's Gates. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
54 Mike. Switch. One. Motion backfield.
Mariota to throw it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
On 1st down, Conley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 5.
Back to throw, Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. 4. And some room to run now. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still 29. Hey, 31. Hey, look, 3. Line up, go.
Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, set. Play take. 15. Check back. 54. Block twist. 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here we go. One. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check. 3. Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Switch. Round 18. Switch it. Kill. Check 3. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Texans nothing.
Like him. Watch the slant.
Now a give, right side. Ford. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Now it's Walters.
We got this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Conley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Alert! He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd down, Conley. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On 1st down, it's 4th. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run with 4. And some space here. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 85 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
6, 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
36, 36. Shit.
This is Ford. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Draw play to Ford. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Big Ed. Check. Fresno.
On first and 10, here's Mariota being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check three. Check safety.
Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Mike 8. Hey, watch the screen. Three. You got tape.
Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Slam. Kill. Watch out. Watch out. 53, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. No. Off. 29.
Here's Watson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Check it backer. Oh, let's flare. In the car. Check 45 to Mike.
Watson looks to throw again. He's going to air one out, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Get ready.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Echo. Mike 8. I'm coming after you. One. Showing it. Watch the safety creep. Check.
And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. On 2nd down now, it's Ford, and he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our time. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Line up, line up.
Watson now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Reset. 19. 45. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
On first down, it's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
Watch the ship. Put it on.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check. Crunch. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Coming. Hey, 59. 94 is the mark.
Out of the gun, Watson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go. Check 4.
Watson going to throw again. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Oh, we made a big deal about catch number 1,000, as we should. Now he's at 1,001, so he's building towards 2,000, Charles.
I like your optimism, and I love your math. Let's go ahead and get the next 1,000, and he started on it already.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Three. Oh, yeah.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That second down play nets a -4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Patch it. One.
On third down, Ford. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 38. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
He's checking. One. Check. Motion.
They'll run on first down. It's Ford. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. My game. Crunch time, defense. Mike 8. One. Shit. Hey. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
Again, they turn to Ford.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Three. Mike 8. Come on. You better bring it. Check 13.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Check. Three. One.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the slant.
On first down, Conley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From his goal line here, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll run on first down. Ford. Always got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 10. Will Lutz set to kick
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
50
From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Titans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a give right side. It's Ford. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Motion, 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 motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get him.
They'll keep it on the ground. 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Watch the whip. 24.
Here's Watson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Now a give right side. It's Ford. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Last stop. Last stop.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. One.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Ford. takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mariota here to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
38. Texans 10. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Stay with your man. Kill. Turn. One. Kill, turn up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Pilot 64, weak.
On first down, Ford. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't